A while ago, a man claimed that he's living in 2027 and that human race is gone. This is part 2 because we never heard of him.
What if you woke up one day to the terrifying reality that you were the only one left on Earth?
And this is very bizarre because he shows many different places where nobody's at. Right? I want all the scientists and astronauts on this one immediately. He shows this is just absolutely crazy.
AKA
there was one car I spotted actually.
Multiuniverses, which means lone survivor. He claims to have woken up in a hospital with no recollection of who he was. When he wakes up, he notices that there's no nurses, no doctors, nobody in the hospital at all. When he goes outside to investigate, there's no cars moving, nobody on the streets, not even a bird flying in the air. Yeah, no animals. Now he's recording all of these videos and people are asking so many questions, including myself. At first glance, when you watch these videos, they're very entertaining. You're like, oh, he must be recording them early in the morning. Maybe he did it during one of the lockdowns. He just filmed a bunch of videos and he's just releasing them now, but that's not so. The more I watched, the more I became scared. If you've ever watched movies like I Am Legend, shows like The Walking Dead, you know that there's a lot.
I will link you part 1 at the end of the video. Just check this out. This is gonna just open up your third eye, I believe. I feel that.
A lot of money involved in those production sets. Millions of dollars on CGI to make it look like the world is desolate. Now Javier's only using his phone to film and uploading these videos barely edited onto TikTok. And he lives in a very big city. Now, as he starts getting his memory back, he remembers that he was in 2021. When he looks at computers, looks at his phone, everything is exactly the same as 2021, except all the dates on every electronic device is
February 2nd, 2027. Holy. I mean, damn, man.
Saying 2027. He realizes that there's some sort of connection between 2021 and 2027. He still has access to the internet, and he's even shown different locations, exact coordinates to where he's at and leaving things. This is something like a parallel world, a different dimension, but a connection from 2027 where he's at and 2021. What I find rather fascinating and unique is he's going to these places that are populated. And that's what makes me wonder, like, did he really do this during lockdowns and just leave those things there and then had this master plan of people finding them later on? You're not going to want to miss this because the story gets even crazier. And I know what you're thinking, like, this cannot be real. There is something that he's doing, maybe some virtual.
There are a lot of questions I had when I watched the first part as well. It's if he faked, how did he fake?
Reality, maybe some tricks with his camera, maybe he's paying people. Valencia, Spain is huge. It's home to about 2.5 million people. When you see some of these videos, even during lockdowns, you can see birds in the air. You can see, I mean, this is, you know, of course, other videos that people are posting of where he's been. There are people there, very crowded areas. I put myself in his shoes, like, he's probably really scared. He's by himself. What would you do? Think about it. I mean, this surpasses every fear. Imagine being all alone. Us human beings, like, we have a connection. We have a connection to other people, to animals. We need that connection. We need those relationships. Nobody around. You're alone. If something happens to you, like, that's it. It's just you. Now, this is where it gets interesting. There's followers of his on his TikTok videos requesting certain locations for him to go and explore and to show that there's no one there. We're not just talking about...
And the crazy part here is that everywhere he goes, there's like literally no one. But in the beginning, I saw a car. So we are at 338. Let me show you this. So there is this car here. If you zoom in on your phone, you can do that on your phone. So this is a car. So that is a little bit bizarre. Like, check this, right? The car was moving clearly, but all the footage that he shows later on, it's like, I don't understand, man. That is absolutely insane.
That he's going early in the morning, but he continues to prove people wrong. In this video, Javier shows a comment on the screen, and the comment says this: all your videos are made super early in the morning at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. when there's no one around. He then goes with this comment on the screen to a heavily populated part of the city with a clock, a public clock, and shows that the time is 5:46 p.m. I think that's military time. And I don't know about you, I mean, here in America at 5 o'clock, it's rather busy. People are just getting out of work. That's considered rush hour.
Rush hour, yep, true. I don't know how he did it. How do you think he did it? You can say CGI, but he has so many videos like that. It is near impossible to do stuff like that. He has to have something that is, I don't know, when green screen, you can CGI, you can manipulate, it's editing. I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe one video, maybe two video, but he has like hundreds of videos like that, and he posted all of them. Like, I'm not sure whatever happened to him right now, but maybe we're gonna have an update in this video. Let's see. Let's find out. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, guys. It's just insane. Like, there is literally no one. Today I was able to eat. Damn. So does that mean that you did not yesterday? And all the cars are there, lights are on, and every place is looking clean, very clean. Maybe that's the let's just say hypothetically, the editing program he might have used to make this. Maybe this is a giveaway. This is a giveaway that this is fake, because everywhere. Okay, we're gonna find this out, right? Because so far, even in part 1, all the videos I've seen, the roads, every place was kind of clean. I mean, yeah, this is not clean, but it's clear. Maybe the program he used to make this happen just cleaned everything up. It removed people, it removed animals, birds, and it also
this is
cleared
Javier's
the roads.
TikTok page. I encourage you to go check it out, give him a follow, let him know that Omar sent you. Now, when I first came across this TikTok page, you know, I was like...
yeah, shout out to Omar as well, guys. Subscribe to his channel as well, Omar Gosh TV as well.
It's all in Spanish. Now, luckily for me, I know how to read Spanish. I mean, yeah, Spanish was my very first language. Fun fact about your boy Omar Gosh TV here. There's some things that I don't know. I would say English is my primary language. Okay, so this person pretty much says go inside of an airport. I understand that there's maybe some travel restrictions here and there, but I don't know. I mean, it even shows flights there, and it shows the times.
Oh damn.
And I mean, this place is just completely empty. Lights flickering there. This person said they'll give him $500,000 if they do that. You know, he goes into the bathroom, completely empty. Somebody here in the comments of that video said, why don't you go into an airplane? And I think it's great. I think it's really fun looking at some of the comments. Grab a video passing through the river, or passing by the river, and I mean, you could see there's no...
yeah, I'm noticing a trend. Like, every place is kind of clean. Yeah, there's just little, like, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. But notice how most of the videos, they're just clean looking. There's no, like, puddles. There's no, like, garbage. There's nothing of that sort. That is a little bit weird, right? Yeah, some places would be clean, but not every place.
Cars on the streets. Nobody walking around. I mean, I don't even see birds in the sky. I mean, pay attention and see if you see any birds in the sky. I mean, yeah. I'm looking. I've been looking. You guys might be able to help me on this. I mean, in
the beginning, there was just one car I saw, so I don't know. Maybe he forgot to clear that out. Honestly, this is just...
I don't understand. So somebody says to go to a Mercedes dealership and
he did.
Grab a Mercedes.
And he did?
So he finds this key right here, and I guess he's looking around and see what car this key belongs to, and he finds it. It's right outside. I mean, how was he able to do this upon request? Somebody requested him to go to a Mercedes dealership, and look, he's driving the car. He's the only one on the street, and this looks like dusk. There's somebody in the comment of this video saying, I'm starting to believe that what you're going through is real now. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm believing it too. This guy is trapped in another dimension, not just in time, but you know, some sort of connected world, except there's nobody in his world but him. And this one right here, he goes to the Palacio de Marquez, and they said they'll give him $500,000, and he's in there, a place that would be very busy, usually filled with people. Nobody there. Busy city. No security guards. Nobody. Anyways,
Yeah,
let's
that
move
is
on to the
crazy,
next.
though.
In this video, he has some keychains, still looking around for birds, don't see any, but he hides this keychain and leaves a latitude and longitude location right on the screen for somebody to find this, being that there's a connection between 2027 and 2021. If he leaves something behind, somebody's gonna find it. Hides it in the
What year you guys are watching this video? Let me know in the comments. But again, what program could he used to do that? I'm familiar with After Effects, but to do stuff like that, it would require so many hours, so many manpower, bro. It is absolutely insane, man. This is why movies, they don't come out there are a lot of movies that come out every day, but you know, it takes months before a movie comes out, especially if it's let's just say a Marvel movie with so many effects and whatnot. It takes time, right? It takes time to film and then add those effects and keyframe and make sure that they can remove the green screen and all the other stuff, right? It takes months, and you obviously know they invest some millions, billions of dollars and stuff like that. They got a lot of people working on that, and it takes months to be able to do that stuff that is 2-3 hours long. And this guy just busted out so many videos. I don't know, man. There's got to be an explanation.
tree. I mean, this is fascinating. Either that, or I mean, this guy is a pro when it comes to editing and special effects. But what makes this crazy? I mean, you can still see
Pro would be an understatement, man. More than a pro, to be honest.
nobody in the background. But let's go to the next clips here. People are actually sharing that they found his keychain with
What?
the coordinates that he gave them. Now, this person is also showing that the area that he was in is a populated area. You can see people walking their dogs. You can see people jogging, having picnics, and there it is.
The same area,
There's the keychain right there. He put a note there for them. This guy is in shock. Here's another one right here. Guy found it. I mean, did he go out early in the morning when nobody was around and film these shots right before he posted the video? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what makes this so cool.
That is
This one
crazy.
right here, somebody tells him, "Why don't you go to the subway?" Nobody.
It gotta be fake. Yeah, it got to be fake. But how is the question, man? But what if it's not, right? Like, holy man, I know the thought of just believing this is just insane. One, if you believe it. Two, if you don't believe it. I want to know, like, what you think. Like, do you believe that these videos are real?
Nobody there. Nobody at the subway. And I don't know if you've seen that shot of him walking in. It's still daytime. How is there nobody around? I mean, I know that there's some lockdowns in certain countries, but there's still people doing things. There's still people out there.
Again,
maybe he
though,
has some connections to.
I don't know, man. I feel like that this being clear, because I'm in Montreal, so like we have metro. That's what we call subway here, right? Metro. And usually there's like a little bit of water, a little bit of leakage, maybe some like garbage, just like a little bit, not too much, right? But here you see that it's complete, it's clean as hell. This is clean as hell. I believe that whatever he used has to be the technology is just clearing everything out, like all the puddles, the garbage, anything in his way, and people, anything that's flying, anything that's moving, or anything that's kind of like, let's say this is the surface, right? That's like the road, the surface. Anything that just is on top, that is not like blocky. How can I say this best? Anything that's not like man-made, anything that doesn't have a structure or whatever the case may be, it just gets cleared out, right? It gets cleared out and everything gets removed. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I'm making sense or not. One, if I'm making sense. Two, if I'm not making sense.
I mean, I know that when the lockdowns were first happening, I mean, you can get arrested for being in some parts of certain cities, you know, depending on where you're at.
Okay, I mean, there is a little bit of that, so I don't know. Yeah, bruh, indeed, there's a little bit of that, but still though, it might not be on top of the surface. It's like mixed with the surface, so it's like straight on the surface, and there's nothing like jumping out.
I mean, he's walking around and there's nobody around. I mean, look, he just gets right past the gate. Don't need your Metro card, bud. Nope. A lot of these videos, people are challenging him to go to certain places. On this one, somebody challenged him, why don't you go back to the hospital, see if you could find some information about...
Okay, well, there is a lot of water here though, so okay, well, that, I mean, I was talking about that, but still though, I'm gonna stick with it. There's no garbage, there is nothing of that substance here.
About yourself, maybe some paperwork. So he goes to the hospital. I mean, this is his vision of when he woke up in the hospital and he didn't know where he was. I mean, that had been so confusing. Nobody around, and you can clearly see there's nobody around. And it says here that he found some paperwork on him, and he shows it. I guess he found that necklace too, but it says his name there. Somewhere it does say the date too. Yeah, 2021.
Holy
weird. Okay, this one
has he ever revealed his face?
Far has to be probably my favorite, for good reason. It's scary. He goes to the zoo. I don't know. I mean, did they take the animals out of the zoo? And still, like, how was he able to have access to a zoo? You can see they still have fountains running. I still don't see birds in the sky.
Yeah.
This looks like an area where there would probably be maybe some chimpanzees, some large cats, maybe an elephant or two. There's no animals at the zoo. They all disappeared. That was probably where the gorillas were. Bigfoot. Yeah, there's no animals. Where'd the animals go? Is this an abandoned zoo? It looks pretty kept up. The lawn is freshly mowed. The landscape looks nice. I mean, as you can see in the earlier shots.
Yeah, that's one of my point. Like, everything is looking clean, right? Like the lawn, you know what I mean, right? So if he faked whatever the tech he's using, it's just clearing everything out. Everything that's like out of place. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for before. Bruh. Everything that's out of place, it's just removing it, right? So if there's any animals, let's just assume that there was like a tiger here, right? It's just removing it out. But another argument that I have that is, I'm gonna go against my own theory here. So let's just say there was an animal here, right? And the app or whatever program he's using to edit this out, he's removing that. The animal would be removed, but what about the shadow? The shadow would be here. Yeah, you see the shadow? I'm assuming this shadow is coming from this area, right? So the trees and whatnot. This doesn't look like an animal shadow to me. And all the places he was at earlier, there would have been people around, right? There should be people around. So whatever he's using to remove that, probably remove the people, but the shadows, if the program was able to remove the shadows, then holy damn, that is insane. That is insane. But you know what I mean, right? Yeah, you remove people, but how are you able to remove the shadows? It's just crazy. I'm starting to believe, but I do know it's fake. How is it fake? But what if it's not fake, doggy, right? It's crazy. I love videos like that, man. I love videos like that. Thoughts, guys?
The fountains were on in the water. Where are the animals? This one's pretty cool. So he asks Alexa,
¿Qué fecha es hoy?
Es domingo, 21 de marzo de 2027.
March 21st on a Sunday, 2027.
Daniel.
Alexa said it.
Okay, Google.
Yeah, he's going to... I don't know, I remember, okay, this clip was in part 1 as well, okay? I will link to that at the end, and I believe somebody said that in the reflection. Somewhere here, you can see somebody, and I wasn't able to see before. So, I'm gonna pause this here for a second. Somebody claimed that there was somebody behind him hiding. So, I don't see that. Maybe this is his arm, and this is a person, and that's the camera, but that's probably him walking, right? With the camera in his hand, and that's his face, I'm assuming. So there's something with this one that somebody said that they saw somebody, but I don't know. Maybe this is head. I don't know, guys. Thoughts? So yeah, he's approaching. Translation: since there is so much electricity, why not turn on the TV? Oh, the TV does not work? Translation, go to this restaurant. There's always people there, so somebody requested. So this is a restaurant. I'm just gonna do that here. So Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, 4.5, 5,000 reviews, 5,000 plus reviews. Of course, yeah. Nobody in the kitchen. Translation, show the expiration date of any product in a store. Oh yeah, will it say 2021 or 2027? Okay, let's try and pause it. It says 2022, so 21st 01 21st January, I'm assuming 2022.
Okay, this was one that definitely made me scratch my head. I thought that this was a good idea, whoever wanted him to do this. They said to go to a police station. This is what I find weird. He has a key to get inside the police station.
What?
Like, I mean, maybe
No
he found
way.
the key outside. I don't know. One of the police cars is
This doesn't feel real. The car lights are on. They're not flickering. They're just on, left on like that. The lights are on. The car is running. There's lights turned on inside the... I don't know, man. Like, how?
running too. I don't know if he goes inside the police station or he tries to go in.
How?
But as you can see, there's nobody in there. I mean, cops usually freak out if you're trying to break into the police station. And
Will he enter the car?
This
No
police
way!
car is running and
No
he gets
way!
in. Maybe it was running for days.
Okay, it doesn't look like a real cop car. But what do I know, right? What country is that in? I'm in Montreal, Canada, so I'm familiar with cop cars being like they have like computer in the middle, in the front, right? This car, I believe, didn't have a computer inside.
Is running and
Yeah, it doesn't have a computer, or maybe it's there. I don't know, or maybe it's yeah, different country, so it might be different.
he
Maybe
gets
that's
in.
like undercover style car.
Maybe it was running for days. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I find this one a little peculiar. Let me know in the comments what you think. During lockdowns, schools closed. They're still closed. There's a lot of schools in the United States here where people are being homeschooled, kids are being homeschooled. But I mean, shouldn't there be maybe like a janitor there? Or maybe somebody gave them access to go into the school? I mean, these are possibilities. I'm not ruling that out. But this person said they'd give him $1 million if he went into a school. Now, maybe it's a lot harder. I know a lot of these people that comment on his videos are from Spain or close by. So they may know, or maybe they feel like it's really hard to get into some of these schools. And you could see he's in there and it's empty. Enter the Mestalla a la Cancha. I don't know. I think that's their football team, aka soccer stadium in Valencia, Spain. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Don't get upset with me. But he's walking around this stadium like
I will get upset with you, man. I will get upset.
he owns the place.
I'm upset.
Opening up doors. I mean, you can see there's nobody there. I mean, maybe soccer's not in season right now. Possibly.
There's
There
gonna
goes
be at least
all the
one
players, all their lockers. It's their locker room, and he comes across some merch there.
What's your best explanation to this, right? Let's forget about believing this is real. Let's forget about believing it's completely fake. What's your best explanation to how he did it? Even if you believe the video, even if you don't believe it or you believe it, just try to be objective and come up with something that you think he may or may not use to fake the situation. I'm assuming that it's... Yeah, everything is clean. Like, whatever he's using is just clearing out everything that's sticking out like a sore thumb. That's my best guess.
I mean, I don't
be able
know.
to do that.
Maybe
The reason I'm saying this is because he produced so many videos, he uploaded so many videos, and it's completely, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's impossible.
Bruh.
It's impossible to do stuff like that. It would require so many hours, so many manpower, so many hours to be able to pull something like that. Yeah, you know.
one of the people that run the place. But this is cool right here. Like, he gets to go inside of the stadium. There's not one person there. You don't see any birds in the air again. It's a very open space. Some people say that that was a drone floating in the sky.
In fact, I saw a car earlier. You know, I showed you guys that. Damn. But you guys believe in multi realities and multi-universes? I believe scientists, they actually found evidence of multi-universes. Oh shit! I saw an article, something like that. Multiple realities is something they found. I'm not sure if it was titled multiple realities or multi-universes, but I saw an article come yeah, it got across my feed, I believe on Twitter, and there were articles on it that there is evidence supporting it. But again, though, we're still, I believe, in the infancy stage of finding that out. Maybe they found it out, and even if, let's be real, if they found something like that, they will never disclose it. They will never tell us the truth, though. Maybe one day we'll have the answer. People also assume that all the deja vus you have is a sign that multi-realities
There's a side
exist.
of me that really believes. It's the science fiction in me, because I love science fiction movies, and this is something out of a movie. I mean, when you watch his videos, you can't help but to feel like you're there with him. You're alone in these videos. Like, he's barely talking, he's moving around, and you feel like you're in his world alone. It's actually kind of cool, but at the same time, you feel bad for him. He's by himself. Like I said, we're humans. We need connections with people. I would miss my family. I'd miss my mom, my dad, my children, my pets. I mean, we don't realize how much those relationships matter to us. Being alone,
to be honest, they're everything. Like, if they done a study recently, and they asked like people in closer to death, right? People that were close to their end, all of them were old, and they were successful people as well. So obviously money is needed. I'm not saying that you should not grind for money. You need to grind. I mean, money will solve all your money problems, but it will not solve anything else. Money is needed. That's how the world works, okay? And it's not bad. It's good to have it. But most of them, in fact all of them, were saying that relationship, family, friends, relationship, that's what matters at the end. No amount of money, no amount of nothing like that will ever solve that. You will always have a hole in your heart. That hole money will never be able to fix that hole in your heart. So yeah, priorities, stuff will never fill that hole in your heart.
That'd be terrible. I usually don't do videos like this. If you're new to my channel, I do go and explore scary places, and I've been mixing it up a little bit here too. If you enjoyed the video, please
guys, definitely subscribe, and also check this video out. This is part 1. Click on this video on the screen, and I will see you right there.